Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over the best renovations you can do to your home to increase your home's value quickly. Not all renovations are worth the money, so you have to be very strategic about where you spend in order to get the biggest bang for your buck and the biggest return on your investment. Let's get to it.
Real estate Russ.
Okay, so before we really get started, I did want to go over some of the basics of how this works, just in case anyone is unaware. I had a showing recently. The home was beautiful. It was a very, very well done renovation, but the issue that the homeowners were running into is that the comps in the area, the comparable sales, were around 400, 500, and they were listing this home for like 800,000. And to be honest, they probably put quite a bit into it. It had very, very high-end wood flooring, marble, you name it. It had it done in every room. It was like they rebuilt the entire home into this luxury property. But the issue is everything's based on comparables. So when a real estate agent like myself goes in with a buyer, the first thing they're going to do is run what we call a CMA, or run comps on the property to see what an aggressive offer would look like. So I did that, and everything was coming up, like I said before, 400 to 500. So it just didn't make sense for anyone to do that, because when my buyers go to resell it, those comps are going to be similar as well, right? Even though it's a few years down the line, it'll change like normal. But that's a huge jump from the prices we were getting to what they were listing it for. And in their eyes, well, we put all this work into it, we put all this money into it, we want to get that back. The mistake they made is that they didn't really look at the neighborhood before making those renovations. So you don't really want to be the most expensive house in a neighborhood. That's going to kind of limit you. What you really want to be is a very, very nice neighborhood, and honestly, like the smallest house, because that's going to bring your value up. So what you really want to do is, before you want to start making these renovations, have a real estate professional like myself look into the comparables for the neighborhood. So if I see the most expensive home that sold in the last few months is 600,000, I know this is my budget, right? I don't want to go above that market value. I don't want to, because then I'm leaving money on the table when it is time to resell. So if you're in a neighborhood that's 400,000 or 500,000, you don't really want to put marble floors down, because you're never going to recoup that money. It's just not going to happen. So make sure you're staying in line with the neighborhood. You want to be at the top of that neighborhood market value. So if the most expensive homes in the area, if you saw some homes that recently sold for 700,000, it's reasonable to think you can get to that with a few upgrades, maybe a new shower, like a big fancy, spa style shower, bathrooms redone, floors, all that is great. But you don't want to go way above that, because that money's just going to get left on the table. So that being said, it's important in a market like the one we're in now to be very strategic about how you spend your money. There's certain things and certain renovations that are immediately going to catch the eye, and they're going to lead to a quicker resell and for a higher price. So it has that wow factor, right? That's what we're going for. We want people to walk in and not really notice the renovation, but think of the house as a whole as very, very nice and well done. So let's get into the list. Basically, the thing to remember is it's all based on comparable properties, everything. Appraisers base it on that, and a few other things. They adjust here and there, but almost everything's based on comparable sales in that area. So that's what we need to make sure we're focusing. Okay, that being said, thank you for listening to that. I know that was a little bit of a rant, but I just want to be very clear. I feel like that's kind of a common misconception. So I wanted to make sure we clear that up. So you want to stay within the neighborhood value, but be on the top of that neighborhood value. Okay, let's get into the list. Coming in at number 5, we have interior flooring. This is one of the first things buyers notice when they walk into a home. Think about it. When they walk through that front door, they're looking down to make sure they're walking in the correct area, right? To see where they're going. So if they see scuffed up, stained carpet, worn wood flooring, it's an instant turnoff. So what's the move? Well, if you have the budget for it, I would suggest replacing carpet with a hard surface like tile, manufactured vinyl plank, a wood, something like that. LVP is a great option. It's very, very popular right now. Looks great, super easy to clean. Now, if you don't have the budget, make sure at the very least you get a thorough carpet cleaning. I'm talking professional carpet cleaning. Get a professional carpet cleaner to come in, scour the carpets. And if you have tile, make sure you get a grout cleaner, get in between the grout, really get a polish if you can. Do whatever you can to really make those floors look as new as possible. Number 4 on the list is going to be minor kitchen improvements. So we all know that the kitchen is the heart of the home. It's where people eat and hang out, and it's actually one of the first places a buyer will look when they're touring a property. But the good news is you don't need a full kitchen renovation to make a huge impact. Simple updates like replacing outdated appliances, swapping out cabinet hardware, adding a fresh coat of paint, or even updating the backsplash can completely transform the space. One of the best tricks is to update the lighting fixtures. It's an inexpensive way to modernize the look of the kitchen while making it feel brighter and more welcoming. Remember, small changes, big impact. That's what we want. Moving on to number 3, and this one's a big one. Bathroom upgrades, specifically the primary bathroom. Buyers are looking for a spa-like experience at home, and little changes can make a huge difference. I'm talking about rain showers, double vanity sinks, extra storage, and modern lighting fixtures. These features feel luxury without costing a fortune. And if you're on a tighter budget, consider just doing the mirrors or replacing the faucets with a modern faucet just to give it that new, fresh look. But remember, don't go overboard. You don't want to spend more than you can recoup. Stick to the updates that are functional and stylish without going over the top. Painting baseboards and doors can also give your home that touch of freshness. Just remember, no bright or trendy colors. You don't want to alienate any potential buyers with bold choices. Okay, in the number 2 spot, we have a fresh paint job. There's nothing quite like a new coat of paint to make a home feel clean, updated, and well-maintained. It's one of the easiest and most cost-effective ways to increase your home value and attract more offers. But you need to be smart about it. Stick to neutral colors, whites, grays, or soft beiges. These shades appeal to the widest range of buyers because it creates a blank canvas that allows them to envision their own style. And finally, the number 1 improvement you can make to increase your home value is landscaping and curb appeal. This is all about first impressions, and in real estate, first impressions are everything. When buyers pull up to the house, they immediately start forming opinions. If the yard looks messy or the paint is chipped, they're going to walk in with a negative bias, even if the inside is gorgeous. Here's what to do. Keep the yard manicured. Add colorful plants and flowers. Clean the gutters and give the front door a fresh coat of paint. It's all pretty simple stuff, but it makes a huge difference. If you want to go the extra mile, update the front porch lights and add a new doormat. These small changes can dramatically increase your home's curb appeal and help you get higher offers in a quicker time frame. All right, so there you have it. The top 5 ways to increase your home value without overspending. Remember, the goal is to make the biggest impact without breaking the bank. Think about ways you can do this on your own. If you have some leftover tile, maybe you could use that in a certain area. Your goal is to spend the least amount of money while having the biggest impact on your home. If you're thinking about buying or selling, or you just want some more tips on how to increase your home value, please reach out. I'm always here to help. And if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification icon so you never miss a video in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.